Kanayo Obi-Rapu is one of the most unique individuals I've ever recruited and been a part of in my 25 plus years of coaching.
Kanayo Obi-Rapu Jr. is a 19-year-old freshman guard for the Longwood men's basketball team. But his story goes deeper than on the court. In Kanayo's junior year of high school, he lost his teammate and best friend, Josh Level.
We did everything together. He'd come hang out at my house. I'd spend the night at his house. We became a family. That's where we really became brothers.
After Josh led their team on a second-half comeback, the opposing team's coach would call a timeout. Immediately, Kanayo knew something wasn't right.
When we looked to the end of the bench, he had fallen and tried to catch himself. And when he tried to catch himself, his legs gave out, and then his arms gave out, and then he just started going into a seizure. And then after that, we waited for the ambulance, and people were doing CPR on him, but he really never came back after that.
Joshua Christian Level, the 17-year-old high school junior, died later that night at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center. An autopsy later showed he died from a viral infection that attacked his heart.
As soon as I saw what happened, I started crying and hyperventilating. I just felt like the whole world was coming down, and everybody was telling me, relax, Kanayo, everything's gonna be okay. And slowly but surely, 2 minutes turned to 5 minutes, 5 minutes turned to 10 minutes, and he was unresponsive, and people started then really freaking out. And everybody on my team and in the stands started crying, and they knew it wasn't good.
Kanayo later learned Josh's life could have been saved with an automated external defibrillator, but there wasn't one available that night. Kanayo decided to dedicate his senior project to raising awareness for the necessity of AED machines in gymnasiums, as well as remembering the brother he lost.
I had decided I wanted to do something to keep his name alive and to have people who didn't know him have something to know him by, and people who did know him to have something to remember him by. Because I never want anybody to have to go through what I or his family and the friends in our community had to go through.
With this, the Josh Level Classic was born. Kanayo organized a basketball game featuring some of the top recruits in the nation to raise money for the awareness of AEDs. He was able to bring the community together in memory of his best friend and teammate, Josh Level, in order to preserve his legacy. In all, Kanayo raised close to $5,000 to help his local schools get AEDs in their gyms. The motto for the Josh Level Classic: live for today.
He's real passionate about the project and the things behind it, and then he brings that onto the court as well.
In April of Kanayo's senior year, he committed to Longwood University with Josh's father present, while Josh was there in spirit.
Thankful for the opportunity I got to be at Longwood, the family and friends and coaching staff that I have surrounding me.
Now at Longwood, Kanayo's work ethic and leadership have already began making an impact on and off the court for Longwood going into the future.
He is a worker. He's the guy that comes early, stays late. He doesn't know any speed but full. He's going to be an all-conference type player. I think he'll be one of those guys that's one of the top scorers in the conference. I think he has that kind of ability. I wouldn't be shocked by at the end of the year he'd be in our starting lineup.
Every time Kanayo touches a basketball, he brings his best friend Josh with him.
Anytime I get on the court, anytime I play, he does go through my mind. I mean, I have number 11 jersey because that was his favorite number. So anytime I do anything as far as basketball goes, he's one of the first thoughts. What all of it taught me was probably just don't take anything for granted. Just love your friends, love everybody you're with, love everybody who's around you, and just live for today.